Why are we back here? It's not going to happen, it never happens. There's just going to be tears again like we get at every Direct, Alex. Or are there? That's right, people, although he may have left Nintendo a little while back now, the spirit of Reggie came to me and told me it's time. It's time to believe that Pikmin 4 is happening, and at E3 2019 we're finally going to see those beautiful creatures again, and preferably with a number 4 to go with them. Might be a 3 though. Alright, apart from the bit about Reggie visiting me in my sleep, which is obviously fake news, and strange fake news at that, there is a serious point I want to make and discuss today. A Pikmin game on Switch surely can't be too far away, and E3 2019 really could be the time to talk about it. In this video, I'm going to go into detail on 3 major reasons why I think it's time for Pikmin to come to Switch. Just a quick note before we get into this video, when writing this script I put my "we are getting a Pikmin 4 announcement" hat on, so I really do try and push that argument in this video, an argument I do ultimately believe in though. Let's start off with the really obvious point that all of us have talked about time and time and time again. Pikmin 4 has reportedly been very close to completion since 2015, and as I'm sure you're aware, these aren't the words of some troll on Twitter. These words came from the mouth of Miyamoto himself, who is the creator of not just the Pikmin franchise, but also Nintendo's major IPs, Mario and Zelda. Moreover, when further pressed at E3 2017 by Eurogamer, Nintendo and Miyamoto once again acknowledged the game was coming and stated that it was still making progress. There's also been no word or rumours of Pikmin 4 being cancelled, not that there necessarily would have had to have been considering it was never really official, as in we'd seen an announcement trailer or anything, but you'd think we'd have heard something if the game had just been binned. It is however possible that development hit a snag or two, which could account for such a lack of news in the last few years. So what am I trying to get at with this point? Well, by using this knowledge, Pikmin 4 is coming at some point, and even by Miyamoto standards, yes, he revealed Pikmin 3 a silly number of years early too, we've got to be getting close to a release date soon. It's not as though Pikmin is like something such as the Kid Icarus franchise. We are expected to actually get a new Pikmin game in the future. I can just see it now, Kid Icarus at E3 2019 and no sign of Pikmin. That'd just be an absolute slap in the face now. So working on the premise that Pikmin 4 is coming then, is there actually any other logic behind the fact it should be coming soon, other than it's got to be because Miyamoto talked about it 30 years ago or whatever it was? Well, yes, there actually is. Considering that it has been confirmed as in development for at the very least 4 years, and let's also add in there that we know Nintendo don't always release a game as soon as it's completed, by this time it must now be at the stage of those infamous words, very close to completion. Okay, no new information there then. However, if we look at where Nintendo are at because of the sheer number of games they've already released or announced on the platform, we're basically approaching the second cycle of first-party IPs going into next year. Zelda, tick. 3D Mario, tick. 2D Mario, tick. Metroid, tick. Super Smash Bros, tick. Yoshi, tick. Animal Crossing, tick. And I could go on for a very long time, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea and that you get bored if I carried on. But before we get into some second editions of some major titles, it must be time for Pikmin. It's one of the last reasonably big Nintendo fanbases they're yet to sell the Switch to as well. So with that lovely knowledge wrapped around us that surely we are getting Pikmin 4 at some point in the future, and with the logic suggesting that it will be sooner rather than later, why would E3 be a good bet in particular? There's a couple of reasons why. Firstly, the Pikmin franchise has a fair bit of history at E3. Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 3 were officially announced there, and Pikmin 2 was shown off slightly there too, I believe. Secondly, and much more importantly, surely if we're getting Pikmin 4 before the second round of major titles steal the show at the end of 2020, I'm talking about things like Mario Kart 9 and a possible Breath of the Wild sequel, the game has to release in roughly the next 12 months, meaning an announcement has got to be on Nintendo's minds. I can personally see Pikmin 4 in that 2020 spring slot Yoshi's Crafted World took up this year. Now I know Nintendo say they're only talking about games coming in 2019 at E3 this year, but I'd be shocked if that actually happened. They say things like that all the time, like they are doing with the new hardware that they claim to have little to no knowledge of, even though everybody else seems to think they're developing it. Pikmin 4 was almost ready to be served up in 2015, remember, and look how that's turned out, and crucially, Nintendo want to make an impact this year, and 1 or 2 2020 releases at E3 won't do that any harm. It would be boring if we knew absolutely everything from start to finish anyway. If not, and I'm wrong, I guess a 2019 release date for Pikmin 4 would suffice. So if it's not Pikmin 4, how should we react to a port of Pikmin 3? Unsurprisingly, because I never owned a Wii U, I'm probably going to be more positive in regards to this than those of you who have already had a chance to properly experience the game. Though I still think it would be positive news for all of us Pikmin fans, whether you would choose to purchase a Pikmin 3 port or not on Switch. If we get a Pikmin 3 port, I'll be almost totally convinced Pikmin 4 would come at a later date, especially seeing as a port of Super Mario Bros. U in January was followed by an announcement of Super Mario Maker 2 in February, and speculation suggests Metroid Prime 4 will be preceded by the Metroid Prime trilogy whenever that happens. My thinking here is that they could always release a Pikmin 3 port they may be sitting on in July and announce Pikmin 4 in September for a 2020 release or something along those lines. I know ports don't always lead to sequels, i.e. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze etc, but with everything else we know. Whatever happens, any Pikmin news at E3 is good news, unless they say it's cancelled forever. That would be bad. So there's 3 major reasons I think we'll see some form of Pikmin, hopefully Pikmin 4, announced at E3 2019, along with a few words on a Pikmin 3 port. What do you think though? Has the lack of information at the last few E3s and Directs destroyed your enthusiasm for a new Pikmin game, or just made you want it even more? Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you have enjoyed, please do remember to share this video with a friend, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for lots more Pikmin, Nintendo and just general gaming content. Thank you for your time today. Logic says Pikmin comes at E3 this year, but do Nintendo agree?